The Brave Mouse. Once upon a time, there was a mouse who lived in a big house. He was very small and timid, and he was afraid of everything. He was afraid of the cat, the dog, the vacuum cleaner, and even his own shadow. He spent most of his time hiding under the sofa, nibbling on crumbs and cheese. He wished he could be brave and adventurous like his friend the squirrel. The squirrel lived in a tree outside the house, and he came often to visit the mouse. He told him stories about his travels in the forest, his encounters with other animals, and his daring escapades. He also invited the mouse to join him on his adventures, but the mouse always declined. He was way too scared to leave his house. One day, the squirrel came to the mouse with exciting news. "Guess what?" the squirrel said. "I found a treasure map." "A treasure map?" the mouse asked. "Yes, a treasure map," the squirrel said. "It shows the way to a hidden cave where there is a lot of gold and jewels. Do you want to come with me and find it?" The mouse was tempted by the idea of treasure, but he was also terrified by the thought of danger. "I don't know," the mouse said. "It sounds risky. What if we get lost, or attacked, or trapped?" "Don't worry," the squirrel said. "It will be fun and easy. The map is very clear and simple. Then I'll protect you from any harm. Come on, it will be the adventure of a lifetime." The mouse hesitated for a moment, but then he decided to take a chance. He wanted to prove himself and to his friends that he could be brave and adventurous too. "Okay," the mouse said, "I'll go with you." "Great," Squirrel said. "Let's go then." They took the treasure map and left the house. They followed the directions on the map, which led them through the garden, across the road, over the hill, and into the forest. They had to face many obstacles along the way. They had to dodge the hawk that tried to catch them, cross a river that was full of crocodiles, climb a mountain that was covered with snow, and sneak past the bear that was sleeping in a cave. But they managed to overcome all of them with their wit and courage. The mouse surprised himself by how brave he was. They finally reached their destination, a hidden cave where there was a sign that said treasure. They entered the cave with excitement and curiosity. They found a large chest that was locked with a padlock. They looked for a key, but they couldn't find one. "How are we going to open it?" the mouse asked. "Maybe we can break it?" the squirrel suggested. They tried to break the padlock with their teeth, their claws, and their tails, but they couldn't make a dent. "This is too hard," the mouse said. "Maybe we can find something else to break it?" the squirrel said. They looked around the cave and saw many things: rocks, sticks, bones, shells, and coins. They tried to use them as tools to break the padlock, but none of them worked. "This is hopeless," the mouse said. "Maybe we can find something else outside." They went outside and saw more things: flowers, leaves, nuts, berries, and feathers. They tried to use them as tools to break the padlock, but none of them worked either. "This is impossible," the mouse said. "Maybe we can find something else somewhere else," the squirrel said. They decided to leave the cave and look for something else that could help them open the chest. They walked around the forest for a long time, but they couldn't find anything useful. They started to feel hungry. They also started to lose hope. "Maybe we should give up," the mouse said. "No, we can't give up," the squirrel said. "We've come this far, we can't quit now." "But we've tried everything," the mouse said. "There's nothing else we can do." "There must be something else we can do," the squirrel said. "We just have to think harder." But nothing came to their minds. They felt angry and sad. They have used so much time and energy for nothing. They had failed their quest. They were about to go back to their homes empty-handed when they heard a loud noise coming from behind them. They turned around and saw a huge dragon flying towards them with red scales and yellow eyes and black horns. It breathed fire and smoke from its nostrils. It looked angry and hungry. They were terrified. They had never seen such an animal before. They didn't know what to do. "Run!" the squirrels shouted. They ran as fast as they could, but the dragon was faster. It chased them with its wings and claws, roaring and snarling. They tried to hide behind trees and rocks, but the dragon found them easily. It burned everything in its path with its fire. They tried to fight back with their teeth and claws, but the dragon was stronger. It knocked them down with its tail. They were cornered. They had nowhere to go. They were doomed. They closed their eyes, scared that the dragon would eat them. But suddenly, a roar came behind them. They opened their eyes and saw a huge brown bear staring at the dragon. The bear pushed the dragon back and threw him into the forest. Then he turned around and asked if the friends were okay. Turns out, this bear is friendly. The mouse and the squirrel thanked the bear for saving their lives and told him all about the adventures that they have had this day, about the journey, about sneaking around the bears, about the dragon, and about the treasure. The bear, whose name was Robert, offered his help. He was big and strong, and he was pretty sure that he can break the lock off of the chest. With new hope in their hearts, the squirrel and the mouse jumped on the bear's back and guided him back to the cave. The bear looked at the chest, looked at the padlock, and then with one fast swoop, he broke the padlock open. After some victorious cheers, they opened the chest and found their treasure. It was full of gold and coins and jewels and all kinds of treasures. The mouse, the bear, and the squirrel shared the treasure and promised each other that they will once again go on another adventure.